In a small kingdom filled with vibrant colors and cheerful sounds, there lived a little boy named Oliver. He had tousled brown hair and bright blue eyes that sparkled with curiosity. Every day, Oliver would rush outside to watch the royal guard practice their drills. He admired the guards in their shiny armor, standing tall and brave as they marched proudly in front of the castle. Oliver was not just an ordinary boy. He had an adventurous spirit that urged him to explore every corner of the kingdom. He often pretended to be a mighty knight, wielding his toy rifle, ready to defend his land from imaginary foes. The guards noticed his enthusiasm and would smile at him, sometimes even waving when he cheered for them during their training. This special bond made Oliver feel important, as if he were part of something grand. Little did he know that soon his bravery would be put to the test in a way he never imagined. The kingdom was alive with energy, bustling with townsfolk going about their daily routines. Merchants shouted from their colorful stalls, selling everything from shiny apples to lovely fabrics, filling the air with delightful scents and sounds. Laughter echoed as children played games in the streets, while birds chirped cheerfully in the trees overhead. At the heart of this lively scene stood the grand castle, its tall towers reaching for the sky. The royal guard was always present, a symbol of strength and safety. Clad in gleaming armor, they stood watchful at the castle gates, ready to protect the kingdom from any danger. Their disciplined training was a sight to behold. They practiced their formations with precision and skill every day. The townspeople felt secure knowing that the royal guard was there. Each day seemed like a celebration of unity and safety, creating an atmosphere where dreams of adventure could flourish, especially for a little boy like Oliver. Oliver often daydreamed about what it would be like to wear shining armor and march alongside the royal guard. He envisioned himself as a fearless knight, charging into battle against imaginary dragons and protecting his kingdom. Every time he witnessed the guards practicing, his heart raced with excitement, fueling his desire to be one of them. He loved to help wherever he could, whether it was running errands for the guards or cheering them on during their drills. Each small act made him feel closer to his dream of heroism. In his mind, he pictured how proud his family would be if he became a celebrated guardian of the kingdom. Determined to prove his bravery, Oliver often practiced pretending to wield a sword, his trusty toy rifle, in the meadow behind his house. He imagined scenarios where he courageously defended the castle, always hoping that one day he would have a real opportunity to help the royal guard in their important duty. Just as the sun reached its peak in the sky, a sudden commotion broke the peaceful day. A loud, rumbling noise echoed from beyond the hills, sending shivers of fear through the townsfolk. Dust clouds billowed on the horizon, and soon a group of dark figures appeared, marching quickly toward the kingdom. It was a band of ruffians, their faces twisted with mischief and their intentions unclear. Panic spread like wildfire among the people as merchants hurried to close their stalls, and children rushed to find their parents. The royal guard sprang into action, shifting from their regular drills to preparing for an unexpected confrontation. They formed lines, readying their weapons and chanting commands to keep order. Oliver's heart pounded in his chest. This was not an imaginary threat, but a real danger. He felt both terrified and excited, wondering if this was his moment to prove himself. For the first time, he realized that bravery wasn't just about dreams. It was also about acting when it mattered most. As the ruffians advanced, Oliver glanced around, looking for a way to help the royal guard. He noticed a flag fluttering on top of the castle tower, brightly colored and easy to see. An idea sparked in his mind. He could send a secret signal using the flag. With determination, he ran to the nearby hillside where he had a clear view of the castle. He gathered some tall grass and found a stick to create his makeshift signal. He tied the grass to the stick, forming a small, vibrant flag of his own. Looking down at the chaos in the town below, he knew he had to act fast. Oliver raised the flag high above his head and waved it vigorously, hoping that someone in the royal guard would see him. His heart raced as he shouted, "Over here! Look at me!" He felt both nervous and brave. This was his chance to communicate with the guards and help protect his kingdom from danger. With his makeshift flag waving in the wind, Oliver felt a surge of courage building inside him. In that moment, he knew he had to fully commit to his mission. Without hesitation, he threw down his toy rifle, which had been a symbol of his playful dreams and imaginary battles. This act was more than just discarding a toy. It represented his readiness to face real danger head-on. As the rifle hit the ground, Oliver felt lighter and more determined. He understood that pretending to be a hero was different from taking action when it really mattered. By casting aside the toy that had once filled his adventures, he embraced the serious responsibility of helping the royal guard defend his kingdom. His heart raced as he rushed forward, fueled by bravery and a sense of purpose. Oliver was no longer just a boy pretending to be a knight. He was stepping into a real role where courage and action could make a difference in their time of need. With his heart pounding and his flag held high, Oliver rushed forward, adrenaline coursing through his veins. Each step brought him closer to the royal guard, and he felt a mix of fear and determination. The chaotic sounds of the ruffians echoed in his ears, but he pushed those thoughts aside, focusing instead on delivering his message. As he ran, Oliver's mind raced with thoughts of bravery and duty. He imagined the guards looking at him with respect, recognizing his courage in this moment of danger. He knew that risking his safety was part of being a hero, and it excited him to think he could make a difference. The distance between him and the guards seemed to close quickly, yet it felt like an eternity. Oliver's legs moved faster as he shouted louder, hoping to catch their attention. The weight of the situation pressed on him, but deep down, he felt proud. He was not just a spectator anymore. He was actively fighting for his kingdom's safety. As Oliver raced toward them, the royal guard noticed the small figure waving a flag on the hillside. At first, they were puzzled, unsure of what the boy was trying to communicate. However, as he shouted and gestured frantically, realization slowly dawned on them. He was sending a warning about the approaching ruffians. The captain of the guard squinted through the dust and saw the courage in Oliver's eyes. Impressively, a child was bravely risking his safety to alert them to danger. The guards exchanged looks of admiration. This boy was not just playing pretend, but showing true heroism in a time of need. Inspired by his bold actions, the captain quickly signaled to his men to regroup and prepare for battle. They felt a renewed sense of determination to protect their kingdom, bolstered by Oliver's bravery and quick thinking. As they moved into formation, they silently thanked the young boy for his courage that had sparked their resolve in facing the threat. As Oliver reached the royal guard, he gasped for breath, urgency pulsing through him. The chaos of the approaching ruffians loomed large in his mind, and he knew he had limited time to share what he had seen. With wide eyes, he pointed back toward the horizon, where the dust clouds still swirled ominously. "Captain, they're coming. A whole group of ruffians," he shouted, his voice shaky but filled with conviction. The captain leaned closer, tension mounting as he tried to absorb the boy's frantic words. The guards stood alert, their grips tightening on their weapons as they listened intently to Oliver's description. "Quickly, we need to prepare," the captain barked, signaling his men to form a defensive line. The air was thick with anticipation. The fate of the kingdom rested on their swift response. Oliver's heart raced, knowing that his warning could make all the difference as the guards sprang into action, ready to confront the threat head-on. As the royal guard formed their defensive line, Oliver stood at the front, feeling both nervous and empowered. The captain quickly assigned each guard to their posts, clearly communicating their strategy as they prepared to face the ruffians. The air was thick with tension, but Oliver could sense the teamwork and camaraderie among the guards. Oliver watched in awe as they moved with precision, their training evident in every motion. The guards took turns glancing back at him, encouraging him to stay brave. He felt like part of a grand adventure, standing shoulder to shoulder with the courageous men he had always admired. When the ruffians finally appeared on the horizon, the captain shouted instructions. Oliver shouted encouragement to the guards, his voice rising above the chaos. "You can do it. Together," he called out, and in that moment he realized that he was not just an observer. He was helping inspire their courage. United in purpose, the guards charged forward, ready to defend their kingdom with Oliver proudly by their side. With a rallying cry, the royal guard charged toward the oncoming ruffians, their formation strong and focused. Oliver's heart raced with excitement as he watched the scene unfold, knowing that their combined bravery was pivotal. The clash echoed through the kingdom, but as weapons clashed and shouts filled the air, the guards fought valiantly, fueled by the determination that Oliver had inspired. The ruffians were caught off guard by the unity and courage displayed by the guards and soon began to retreat. With every passing moment, the tide of battle shifted in favor of the kingdom. Finally, with one last push, the royal guard overwhelmed the ruffians, sending them fleeing into the distance. Cheers erupted from the townsfolk who had gathered to witness the brave stand. In that moment, Oliver felt a sense of pride swell within him. He understood that even a small boy like him could play a vital role in their victory. Their bravery had not only protected their kingdom, but had also shown that heroes come in all sizes. In the wake of the battle, the kingdom celebrated its victory, grateful for the bravery displayed by the royal guard and their unexpected ally, Oliver. The townsfolk gathered to praise not only the guard's strength, but also the courageous little boy who had shown that even small actions can lead to great change. Oliver's quick thinking and willingness to face danger had played a pivotal role in protecting their home. This adventure taught everyone that bravery comes in many forms. Teamwork and trust allowed them to rise against a formidable threat, while Oliver's belief in himself inspired others to act. He learned that heroes don't always wear shining armor. Sometimes, they come in the form of a determined child who takes a stand for what is right. From that day forward, Oliver felt a new sense of purpose. He understood that he could make a difference, no matter his size. With courage in his heart, he looked forward to more adventures, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead.